sustainability is not just a goal to be achieved, but a way of thinking that transforms the way we live, work and grow together. Good morning, distinguished guests, respected faculty, dear students and all our esteemed delegates from around the world. It is with great honor and enthusiasm that I welcome you all to St. Joseph's College Arts and Science for the International Conference on Global Perspectives on Sustainability, ICGPS 2025. This gathering marks a significant milestone in our collective journey toward a more sustainable future. It is not only an academic platform, but also a shared space where minds from across the globe converge, exchange knowledge, and ignite meaningful discussions that will shape the path toward a more sustainable world. To begin our program, we are privileged to have with us some beautiful and soulful moments. We will now begin with a prayer song performed by our choir girls.
If you're walking through the valleys and there are shadows all around, do not fear, He will guide you, He will keep you safe and sound. He has promised to never leave you, nor forsake you, and His word is true. God is good all the time. He put a song of praise in this heart of mine. God is good all the time. Through the darkest night, His light will shine. God is good. God is good all the time. All the time. All the time.
Thank you, very good, for the beautiful rendition. Next, we will have the Bible reading by Dr. Anita Joyce, Assistant Professor of Biotechnology, whose words will guide us into the spirit of reflection as we set the tone for today's discussions.
Today's reading was taken from the book of Psalm, chapter 23, verse 1 to 6. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in His path of righteousness for His name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Thank you, Dr. Anita Joyce. At this moment, we call upon Ms. Pearl, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to lead us in prayer.
O God Almighty, we come before you today with hearts full of gratitude as we commence this international conference at St. Joseph's College Arts and Science. We acknowledge your presence among us and seek your wisdom, guidance, and blessings upon this gathering of minds and hearts from diverse backgrounds and nations. We humbly ask you to bless our guest speakers, dignitaries, participants, and organizers so that our discussion may be filled with insight, understanding, and a spirit of collaboration. May this conference serve as a beacon of knowledge, innovation, and unity, inspiring us to work together for the greater good. Grant us open minds to learn, compassionate hearts to listen, and the determination to use our knowledge for the service of humanity. May our efforts bear fruits that benefit society and bring honor to the institution. We entrust this international conference in your hands, asking for your peace, protection, and wisdom throughout our time together. May all that we do here be for your greater glory. With your grace and mercy, we pray in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Balsamina, for your heartfelt prayer. We now move on to a beautiful tradition, the Tamil Thayavarthu, performed by our choir girls, a tribute to the rich cultural heritage that shapes our reflective journey.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கிளியொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் மதிசிறந்த திராவிடனன் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறமை எந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே.
Now we invite you all to witness the lighting of lamp, a symbolic act that marks the beginning of this prestigious conference. Let us allow the light to guide our path toward enlightenment, collaboration, and a sustainable future.
May I humbly now request Reverend Sister Jnana Selvam, Managing Trustee, DFT Group of Institutions, to light the lamp and start the International Conference on Global Perspectives of Sustainability. Our Reverend Sister Jnana Selvam, Managing Trustee, DFT Group of Institutions, is lighting the way, lighting the lamp. May I humbly request Dr. J.J. CEO, DFT Group of Institutions, to light the second wick. Dr. J.J. CEO, DFT Group of Institutions. May I humbly request join in hands Reverend Sister Dr. K. Santi Arumeri, correspondent DFT Group of Institutions, and Reverend Sister M. Devi, Administrator of St. Joseph College, join in hands to light the third wick. May I humbly request Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi, Associate Professor, East Department of Commerce, KME Society, yes, Nithalappa College, Bangalore. May I humbly request Dr. Nadu, Principal of St. Joseph College, to light the lamp. Our Principal, sir, is lighting the lamp. Thank you, dignitaries.
The lamp has been lit and the flame of knowledge, unity, and global collaboration is ignited. We are now officially ready to begin the International Conference on Global Perspectives of Sustainability, ICGPS 2025. I request the dignitaries and the faculty, students to please take your seats. Thank you. Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. It is now my privilege to invite Dr. R. Rubin, Principal of St. Joseph College Arts and Science, to deliver the welcome address. Dr. Rubin's leadership has been instrumental in making this conference to fruition, and we look forward to hearing his words of inspiration.
Distinguished dignitaries on stage, esteemed delegates, faculty members, students and participants, a very good morning to one and all present here. It is with immense joy and gratitude that I welcome you all to the International Conference on Global Perspective on Sustainability, ICGPS 2025, a platform dedicated to insightful discussion, intellectual exchange, and collaborative efforts towards a sustainable future. It's indeed a privilege for St. Joseph's College Arts and Science to host this prestigious event, bringing together renowned scholars, researchers, and experts to deliberate on sustainability in its broadest sense. To begin, I extend my humble prayer to the Lord Almighty, seeking His divine grace and blessings for the success for this international conference. It is my great honor to welcome Reverend Father Dr. J. Arundaraj, our most respected and honorable chairman, whose unwavering guidance and vision continue to inspire us in our pursuit of academic excellence and service to the society. A warm and heartfelt welcome to Reverend Sister S. Nyaselvam, Managing Trustee, DFT Group of Institutions. Your continued and education leadership in fostering a culture of learning and service, it's truly commendable. We welcome you, sister. I am delighted to welcome Dr. M.J. Xavier, CEO of DFT Group of Institutions. Your presence today signifies the importance of research and innovation in sustainability, and we look forward to your valuable insight. We welcome you, sir. A special and heartfelt welcome to Reverend Sister Dr. K. Sandhya, correspondent, DFT Group of Colleges. Your dedication to academic excellence and holistic education continues to inspire us all. We welcome you, sister. We welcome, honored to have Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran, Deputy Vice Chancellor of St.Joseph University, Lusaka, Zambia, as our esteemed chief guest. Though joining us virtually, your insight will undoubtedly enrich our discussion and broaden our understanding for sustainability on a global scale. We welcome you, sir. I take great pleasure in welcoming Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi, Associate Professor, KLE Society, Nijalingappa College, Bangalore. Your expertise and scholarly contribution to the field of commerce and sustainability will add great value to this conference. We welcome you, madam. A warm welcome to all the technical chairs who have joined us from various esteemed institutions. Your expertise and guidance will contribute significantly to the academic rigor of this event. We welcome you all the chairs. I also extend my heartfelt welcome to Reverend Sister Dr. M. Baby, Administrator of St.Joseph's College, Arts and Science, whose unwavering support and leadership continues to elevate our institution to the greater heights. We welcome you, sister. And we welcome all the heads of the departments of various colleges. On behalf of St.Joseph's College, Arts and Science, I am deeply honored to welcome the distinguished research scholars and faculty members who have joined us today. Your invaluable contributions and thought-provoking research will undoubtedly shed light on the pressing needs to safeguard our planet for the future generation. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to all our esteemed guests, speakers, and participants. May this conference serve as a cornerstone of learning, innovation, and collective action as we strive towards a more sustainable and equitable future for all. Welcome you all once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome. We now take a moment to honor and felicitate the dignitaries present with us today. Please join me in acknowledging the contributions of these distinguished individuals.
May I now humbly request Dr. K. Priya, IKC Coordinator, Assistant Professor, Department of Biotechnology, to felicitate Reverend Sister S. Nyaselvam with a shawl and a momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause. Dr. K. Priya is felicitating Reverend Sister S. Nyaselvam, Managing Trustee, DFT Group of Institutions, with a shawl and a momentum. May I now humbly request Dr. R. Ruben, sir, Principal, St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, to facilitate Dr. M.J. Xavier, CEO, DFT Group of Institutions, with a shawl and a momentum. Thank you, sir. May I humbly request Dr. Chitra, head the Department of Tamil, to facilitate Reverend Sister Dr. K. Santiago with the shawl in a moment. Thank you, Ma'am. Thank you, Sister. Now I humbly request our Administrator, Reverend Sister Dr. M. Baby, to felicitate Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi, Ma'am, Associate Professor, PhD Department of Commerce, KLA, Societies, Nijalingappa College, Bangalore. With the shawl at the moment. Thank you, Sister. Thank you, Ma'am. Now we request to facilitate our technical chairs of this session. May I humbly request Dr. N. J. Xavier, sir, CEO, DFT Group of Institutions, to facilitate Dr. V. Ganeshan, sir, Associate Professor, Department of English, A.M. Jain College. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause. He is the technical session for English, technical chair for English. Thank you, sir. May I humbly request Dr. M. J. Xavier, sir, CVO, DFT Group of Institutions, to felicitate Dr. V. J. Chakravarti, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, Department of Computer Application. May I humbly request Dr. D. Jayaprakash, Head Department of A&F, DG Vaishnava College, Arambakam. I request Xavier sir to facilitate Dr. D. Jayaprakash, Head Department of Accounting Finance, DG Vaishnava College.
I call upon Reverend Sister Gnanaselvam to felicitate Dr. E. Brinda, Associate Professor, Department of Physics, Sri Sairam Engineering College. Next, I call upon Dr. M. Anuji, Assistant Professor, Department of Maths and Statistics, SRM College of Arts and Science, Katangalattur. Thank you, dignitaries. It is now my honor to invite Dr. M.J. Xavier, the CEO of DFT Group of Institutions, to deliver the presidential address. Dr. Xavier's vision and commitment to educational excellence are the cornerstone of this conference. Over to you, sir.
All right. Reverend, is it on? Yeah. Can you increase a little bit? Hello? Hello? Ah, it's okay. I think it's fine. Right. So, Reverend Sister Gnanaselvam, Reverend Sister Santiago Mary, Reverend Sister Baby, Dr. Ruben, Principal, and Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi, Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran, other dignitaries, scholars, researchers, paper presenters, and my dear students. Let me at the outset congratulate St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science for coming up with a topic that is really current, very much needed in today's context. So when we talk about sustainability, we always think of the UN Sustainable Developmental Goals, because that forms the basis. Because adu illama you cannot have a conference on sustainability. All papers may all related to these 18 goals, 17 goals. இந்த 17 கோல்ஸில் எடுத்துக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா, I don't know whether you all know all the 17 goals. Do you know how many DMI and MMI group is fulfilling, or particularly the DMI group is meeting these, 17 of which of these goals they are actually meeting? If you have the diary of DMI, you will see that 8 of the 17 goals are met by MMI. And you know the architect behind that. That is none other than our founder, Reverend Father Arul Raj. Let's give a big round of applause to appreciate the yeoman service that he is doing, and he continues to do, not only in India, but he has his missions all over the world. Not only India, Africa, Mexico, and many other places. Now, looking at these, sustainable goals, what are the key things that come up in this? Of course, இந்த உலகம் வந்து அழிவை நோக்கி போய் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. We are racing towards destruction. அப்படி போகிற ஒரு உலகத்தை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணி, if you want it to survive, if you want this world to continue, there are certain things which we have to do. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி, I don't know whether you know as to how many times the world has ended in the past. உலகம் எத்தனை முறை அழிஞ்சிருக்குன்னு யாருக்காவது தெரியுமா? Can anyone make a guess? எங்கேயாவது படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? சும்மா ஒரு நம்பர் சொல்லுங்களேன் யாராவது. இல்லை அழியவே இல்லைங்கிறீங்களா? இப்படியே தான் இருக்குதா? தெரியாது. There is a book called, யார் சொன்னீங்க? யாருக்காவது ஒரு சாக்லேட் கொடுக்கலாம், யாராவது கரெக்டாக சொன்னாங்கன்னா. Not ready? Okay. There is a book called The Sixth Extinction. You take that and read, you will realize that the world has ended already 5 times. ஒவ்வொரு தடவையும் உலகம் அழிஞ்சு திருப்பி again it has restarted. A few people survive and then they restarted. And for various reasons the world has come to an end. முக்காவாசி தண்ணியில் அழிஞ்சிருக்குது. You all know that world has ended because of water. Sea level rising, sea level falling, right? Of course, all these are caused by global warming, temperature rise. Meteor hit, asteroid will come and hit. அப்படி தான் வந்து dinosaurs all got extinct when it came and hit this world. அது ஏன் ஆகுது அப்படின்னா, ஓசோன் லேயர் டெப்ளீஷன், பொல்யூஷன், யூ ஸ்பாயில் த எர்த் அட்மாஸ்பியர், then automatically you are becoming weaker. The atmosphere becomes weak. So several stones from the space, they come and hit the earth. அப்படி தான் உலகம் அழிஞ்சிருக்குது. So several times the world has ended, right? அப்போது இந்த மாதிரி வெவ்வேறு ரீசன்னால உலகம் அழிஞ்சிருக்குது. Now the 6th extinction is due. It is going to happen. I am really going to talk about this particular aspect. It is called climate action. Climate action is one of the things which is critical. Of course, to sustain this world, UN talks about poverty, health, water, sanitation, right? They talk about justice, peace, right? There are so many things which are important. But of all the things, there is one thing that is very critical, is a climate action. So adapati, I want to share something with you. And the climate action, the UN goals la எத்தனாவது நாள் தெரியுமா யாருக்காவது? இந்த 17 கோல்ல climate actionங்கிறது எத்தனையாவது கோல்? Any idea? அப்படியே கூகுள் பண்ணிங்கன்னா வந்துடுமே. climate action எத்தனையாவது கோல் அப்படின்னு. Anybody found out? 14 13? 13. So 13 is an unlucky number. அதனால தான் அது இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் ஆகாமலே இருக்குது. புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? Unfortunately, they have put actually climate action as a 13th goal. 13 போட்டதுனால இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் climate action is not really happening in many of the countries. It's a pathetic situation, right? let's see why this climate action is very important. So one of the things that is happening is unseasonal rains. இப்போ பாருங்க, திடீர்னு மழை பெய்யுது, சம்மந்தமே இல்லாமல் மழை பெய்யுது, ரைட்? சுனாமி, ரைட்? அண்ட் ஃப்ளட்ஸ், volcano eruptions, திடீர்னு earthquakes. Lot of things are happening because of this climate action, climate change. We are responsible for this climate change. So 1880 they started keeping a record of the temperature of the earth. And the temperature of the earth வந்து 1880 and now it has gone up, right? It's more than a century. You find that not very much, 2 degree Fahrenheit it has increased. அவ்வளவுதான். The 2 degree Fahrenheit when the temperature rises, that's good enough to make this world go extinct. That is the problem. So இப்போ அதுதான் வந்து it is causing all these problems. The temperature rise, right? What it does is, it causes the sea level to rise, ice to melt. இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நாளில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா என்ன சொல்கிறாங்கன்னா, உங்களுக்கு இந்த ஆர்டிகா அண்டார்டிகா 2 இருக்கு இல்லையா, இது 2லேயும் தான் ஐஸ் தான் இருக்குது. இப்போ வந்து ஆர்டிகாவில் உள்ள ஐஸ் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் மெல்ட் ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சிருச்சு. இந்த ஐஸ் எல்லாம் மெல்ட் ஆகும்போது தே பிகம் வாட்டர் அண்ட் யூ ஹாவ் த ஃப்ளட்டிங். சீ லெவல் வந்து ரைஸ் ஆகிட்டே வருது. அண்ட் கொஞ்ச நாளில் ஒன்றா உள்ளே போயிடும். இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், யூ மஸ்ட் ஹர்ட் அ பூம்புகார், ரைட்? பூம்புகார்னு ஒரு ஊர் இருந்துச்சு தெரியுமா? இப்போ எங்கே இருக்குது? நாகப்பட்டினத்தில் இல்லை, கடலுக்குள்ளே இருக்குது. நாகப்பட்டினத்துலேருந்து பக்கத்தில் தான் அந்த பூம்புகார்னு பேர் வச்சுருக்காங்களே ஒழிய, அங்கேருந்து ஒரு 15-20 கிலோமீட்டர் கடலுக்குள்ளே போனீங்கன்னா யூ ஹேவ் பூம்புகார். Sea divers have done research and they have found a beautiful forted city. சுற்றி நல்ல வால் கட்டி உள்ள சிட்டி இருக்குது, அதில் துறைமுகம் இருந்திருக்குது, எல்லாமே இருக்குது, கடலுக்கு அடியில் இருக்குது. இப்போ அப்போ எவ்வளோ பேர் அதில் வாழ்ந்துருப்பாங்க? What kind of trade Tamilians were doing with the rest of the world? அங்கே டைவ் பண்ணும்போது they get Greek coins, வேரியஸ் கண்ட்ரியோட இதெல்லாம் கிடைக்குது அங்கே. இப்போது அந்த வாட்டர் லெவல் ரைஸை வச்சு பார்க்கும்போது வாட் தே ஆர் சேயிங் இஸ் அட்லீஸ்ட் இட் இஸ் 15,000 years old. 15,000 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி சுனாமி வந்து கடலுக்குள்ளே அது போயிருக்குது. நவ் தட் இஸ் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் எகெயின் அப்போ ஏதோ நடந்திருக்குது. இட்ஸ் எ சீ ரைஸ். அதே மாதிரி தான் யூ நோ அபவுட் திஸ் குமரி காண்டம், ரைட்? குமரி காண்டம் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு கண்டம் இருந்துச்சு. நவ் வேர் இஸ் இட் நவ்? இட் இஸ் சவுத் ஆஃப் கன்னியாகுமரி, ரைட்? அண்ட் இட் வாஸ் கனெக்டிங் ஆஸ்திரேலியா அண்ட் நியூசிலாண்டு. அவ்வளோ பெரிய காண்டினென்ட்டு, அதில் வந்து ஆறு மலை எல்லாமே இருந்துச்சு. பட் தட் ஆல் தட் இஸ் கான் அண்டர் வாட்டர். ஸோ வாட் தே ஆர் ப்ரிடிக்டிங் இஸ் தட் இஃப் யூ டோன்ட் அரஸ்ட் திஸ் temperature rise, very soon Chennai will go under water. ஸோ சென்னையில் இருக்கிறவங்க கொஞ்சம் சீக்கிரமாக எங்கேயாவது கொஞ்சம் மேடு பார்த்து போயிருங்க. ஸோ இல்லாட்டி என்ன ஆகும்னா, இன்னொரு 50 வருஷம் கழித்து அவன் இந்த இதில் வந்து சீ டைவர்ஸ் வந்து உள்ளே பூந்து அப்படியே இது பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டு, ஓ இங்கே சென்ட் ஜோசப் காலேஜ் ஆஃப் ஆர்ட்ஸ் இருந்திருக்குது அந்த காலத்தில், அங்கே ரூபன் ஒருத்தர் பிரின்ஸிபலாக இருந்தார் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அவங்க ஆராய்ச்சி பண்ணி கண்டுபிடிப்பாங்க. இதெல்லாம் தேவையா? இல்லை, சார் நல்லவர், ஸோ டோன்ட் வரி. ஸோ வாட் ஐ எம் சஜஸ்டிங் இஸ் தட் the climate change can be a very very dangerous thing, right? இப்போது இது எதனால் ஆகுதுன்னா டெம்பரேச்சர் ரைஸ். டெம்பரேச்சர் ஏன் ஏறுது? எனி ஐடியா why temperature rises? டெம்பரேச்சர் ரைஸ் ஏன் வருதுன்னு சொன்னாக்கா, எமிஷன் ஆஃப் க்ரீன் ஹவுஸ் கேஸஸ். க்ரீன் ஹவுஸ் கேஸ் எமிஷன் வந்து இஸ் அ கல்ப்ரிட். இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இதில் மேஜர் கல்ப்ரிட் யாருன்னாக்கா கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு தான். ஸோ we are emitting lot of carbon dioxide. அது போக மீத்தேன், நைட்ரஸ் ஆக்சைடு, இது எல்லாமே வந்து ஹார்ம்ஃபுல். they actually hurt the environment. இப்போ இது போய் அப்படியே ஒரு லேயரை ஃபார்ம் ஆகிக்கிறதுனால there is a global warming, heating, etc. இப்போ இந்த டெம்பரேச்சர் ரைஸ் வந்து 2 degrees இருக்கு இல்லையா, இந்த 2 degreesங்கிறது இது ஒரு 4 degrees ஆகிடுச்சின்னு வைங்க, அவ்வளோதான், வேர்ல்டு வில் கொலாப்ஸ், கண்டிப்பாக ஆகிடும். இப்போ இது எல்லாத்துக்கும் காரணம் இந்த கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு. இந்த கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு எமிஷனை நம்ம கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணணும். இன்றைக்கி எங்கேருந்து கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு எமிஷன் வருது? இப்போ இத்தனை ஃபேன் ஓடுது, இவ்வளோ ஏசி ஓடுது, எவ்ரி திங் இஸ் ப்ரொடியூசிங் கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு, ரைட்? And you have buses, cars, everything is responsible for CO2 emissions, right? So இந்த மாதிரி emit பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருந்தோம்னு சொன்னாக்க it will completely change the ecosystem. நம்ம ecological balance will get affected. அப்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா various changes will start happening. இப்போ one of the other things that are happening is Africa is splitting. Have you heard of that? இந்த எத்தியோப்பியா அந்த சைடில் அப்படியே நார்தர்ன் ஆஃப்ரிக்கா அப்படியே ரெண்டாக பழக்குது. அதில் ஒரு பெரிய கேப் விழுந்துருச்சு ஆல்ரெடி. ஒரு சில இடங்களில் அப் டு 3 meters வைடு அப்படியே கேப் இருக்குது. சில இடங்களில் சின்னதாக கிராக் இருக்குது. அண்ட் இட் இஸ் வைடனிங் ஸ்லோலி. அது என்ன ஆகும்னா ரெட் சீலேருந்து கனெக்ட் ஆகும். கனெக்ட் ஆகி இந்த பக்கம் அப்படியே இந்த இந்தியன் ஓஷன் வரைக்கும் அப்படியே செப்பரேட்டாக உள்ள பூந்துரும் தண்ணி. ஒன்ஸ் வாட்டர் என்டர்ஸ் தேர், ஆஃப்ரிக்கா வில் பிகம் 2 countries. இப்படி தான் ஆகும். இப்போ அதே மாதிரி வாட் தே ஆர் சேயிங் இஸ் இந்த எர்த்குவேக்ஸ் லாட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ் ஆர் ஹேப்பனிங் இன் த நார்த். அப்போ வாட் இஸ் ப்ரிடிக்டட் இஸ் தட் நார்த் இந்தியாவும் சவுத் இந்தியாவும் செப்பரேட் ஆகிடும். இப்படியே கிராக் ஆகி இது வெளியே வந்துடும்ன்றாங்க. நவ் இஃப் தட் ஹேப்பன்ஸ் தென் தேர் வில் பி sea between North India and South India. It's possible. It could happen in the next 1000 years, 500 years, or it may take longer. ஹிமாலயாஸே அப்படி தானே வந்துச்சு. இப்படியே கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக போய் கடலில் இருந்தால் முட்டி அண்ட் ஹிமாலயாஸ் வாஸ் ஃபார்ம்டு. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் ஏன் நடக்குதுன்னா டெக்டானிக் பிளேட் ஷிஃப்டிங்னால நடக்குது. ஸோ இதுக்கும் குளோபல் வார்மிங்க்கும் கனெக்ஷன் இருக்குது. ஸோ பூமியோட மேண்டில் இருக்கு இல்லையா, இன்டர்னல் மேண்டில், தட் இஸ் மேட் ஆஃப் மேக்மா, விச் இஸ் அ கைண்ட் ஆஃப் அ மோல்டன் மெட்டல், ரைட்? அப்படியே அப்படியே ஒரு ஹாட் மோல்டன் மெட்டல் இருக்குது. அது மேலே தான் இந்த பிளேட்ஸ் இருக்குது. இந்த பிளேட்டு மேலே தான் நம்ம உட்காந்துட்ருக்கோம். இந்த பிளேட் ஸ்டார்ட்ஸ் மூவிங். இது இப்படி வெடிக்குது, சேருது. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் அனதர் மேஜர் திங் தட்ஸ் ஹேப்பனிங். தெர் வாஸ் அ டைம் தே சே தட் ஆல் த காண்டினென்ட்ஸ் வேர் டுகெதர். இப்போ என்ன ஆகிட்டு இருக்குன்னா கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக ட்ரிஃப்ட் ஆகி அது இட் ஹஸ் கான் இன் டு வேரியஸ் பிளேசஸ். இப்போ ஃபர்தராக ஆஃப்ரிக்கா இஸ் ஸ்பிளிட்டிங். அப்போ இந்த மாதிரி பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் ஆர் தேர். அப்போ ஒருவேளை ப்ராபப்ளி குமரி காண்டம் விச் வெண்ட் அண்டர் வாட்டர் தட் குட் கம் பேக் அகெயின். தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல்சோ பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ், ரைட்? ஸோ வாட் எவர் இட் இஸ், தேர் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி many problems that you will notice here. And the other major problem that is noticed is that the earth-oda tilt irukku illaya, பூமி ஒரு சர்டன் ஆங்கிளில் டில்ட் ஆகி தான் அப்படியே ரொட்டேட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்குது. இப்போ இந்த ஐஸ் மெல்ட்டிங்னால அந்த பேலன்ஸ் போனதுனால ஒரு 31.5 31.5 inches எக்ஸ்ட்ரா டில்ட் ஆகிருக்கு இப்போ பூமி. Now if earth starts tilting further, what will happen is it's a big danger. இப்போ உங்களுக்கு நார்த் போல் சவுத் போல்னு சொல்கிறோம். அப்போ என்டையர் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபோர்ஸஸ் ஆர் ஆல் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் திஸ் நார்த் சவுத் போல். இப்போ இது டில்ட் ஆக நம்ம மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபோர்ஸஸ் ஆல்சோ வில் ஷிஃப்ட். At some stage what they predict is that north could become south, south could become north. அப்போ என்ன ஆவீங்க நினச்சி பாருங்க. ஆடாதடா மனுஷா, அப்படியே பூமியே ஆடிச்சுன்னா நீ என்ன ஆவேன்னா அதுதான் ஆகும். நார்த் போல் சவுத் போல் ஆயிடுச்சு, சவுத். இட்ஸ் கால்ட் போல் ரிவர்சல். when pole reversal happens then you will have a biggest problem that இப்போ இருக்கிற பூமி இருக்கிற இடத்துல லேண்ட் இருக்கிற இடத்துல வாட்டர் இருக்கும், வாட்டர் இருக்கிற இடத்துல லேண்டு வந்துடும், எல்லாம் தலைகீழ மாறி போயிடும். லாட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் வில் டை. ஸோ இது மாதிரி 5 தடவை உலகம் அழிஞ்சிருக்குது. எவ்ரி டைம் வேர்ல்ட் ஹஸ் எண்டட் பிகாஸ் தே ரீச்ட் சர்டன் லெவல் ஆஃப் க்ரோத், டெவலப்மெண்ட். தே சேலஞ்ச் நேச்சர், தே சேலஞ்ச் காட், தே வாண்டட் டு பிளே காட். அப்படிலாம் போகும்போது அட் சம் ஸ்டேஜ் த வேர்ல்டு கம்ஸ் டு அன் எண்ட். அடுத்து those who survive, few people who live, what they tell their children is, நீங்கள்லாம் இனிமேட்டுக்கு படிக்காதீங்க. பெரிய காரணம் நம்ம உலகம் அழிவு காரணம் படிப்பு தான். இந்த படித்து சயின்ஸு டெவலப்மெண்ட் ஏஐ எல்லாம் பண்ணி we go against nature and nature goes against us. It's a cycle. You can't help it. So then they will start all over again. திரும்ப போய் அவன் ஆரம்பத்துலேருந்து இன்னும் தரையில் கிடக்கிற கிழங்கு செடி கொடிகளை பிடுங்கி சாப்பிட்டுட்டு they will not use any scientific method. திருப்பி again slowly development will happen. This is the cycle that has been happening. இதை வந்து என்ன பண்ணலான்னா we can delay it. To some extent we can delay it. ஆனால் are the policies favorable அப்படின்னா இல்லை. இப்போ except Europe வந்து is very clear. Europe has said that by 2035 all their companies, all their institutions should comply with the net zero norms. Net zero na enna solranga? Major culprit carbon dioxide. Whatever carbon dioxide you produce, that you have to absorb. This is what actually European Union says. அதுக்கு ஒரு certification இருக்கு. அந்த certification இருந்தால் தான் you can export to Europe. Now this was signed by US also. And after Trump coming in now, he said, I don't care for UN. He has come out of UN. And for example, pollution. இந்த பிளாஸ்டிக்லாம் இருக்குது அதெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணாத நம்ம சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். ட்ரம்ப் after he came back, he said that please use plastic freely. He is not bothered. So he doesn't care. I want growth. I want economic growth. I don't care about the environment. This is the kind of a thing. So there is a conflict between economic growth and environmental requirements. Ana in the long run, it is going to hurt your economic growth itself. So ipo adhe madri while all other countries agreed for 2050 for compliance with UN norms, India went and negotiated. They said naanga developing country, we won't do it and solite. They have got time till 2070. 2070 vara we will pollute. We'll do anything. இன்னைக்கு வந்து இந்தியாவில் to encourage development, what they are doing is they are destroying forests. Orissa, இங்கே அங்கே எல்லா இடத்துலையும் land is given to Adani, Ambani, all these big companies, and entire Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, all these places. Because I have served in Jharkhand, I know what it is. Such a beautiful place, and everywhere they are destroying because there is minerals underneath. So தோண்டி எடுத்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ entire ecosystem is affected. For your short term gain, you are actually bringing about a big disaster. So this is what is happening. So as individuals, I think what can be done. I think you should deliberate on these things in this conference, and how do we really take this climate action? How do we arrest this temperature rise? How do you ensure that actually the carbon emission is kept to a minimum? It's not easy because according to the norms, for every person who is living, you have to plant at least 4 trees. அப்போ ஒரு ஆள் விடுற கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடை ஒரு 4 ட்ரீ வந்து அப்சார்ப் பண்ணும். அப்போ நீங்கள் இந்த காலேஜில் எவ்வளோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் படிக்கிறாங்கன்னா தென் so many trees you must plant. அதுக்கு இடமே இல்லை உங்களுக்கு, எங்கே போய் நடுவீங்க? ஸோ வேறஸ் யூரோப்பில் வந்து they are insisting on that. அப்படி இல்லைன்னா அவன் என்ன சொல்கிறேன்னா, இங்கே இல்லைன்னா காட்டில் இடம் வாங்கி இதுக்கு ஈக்குவலண்ட்டாக அங்கே ட்ரீஸ் நடுங்கன்றாங்க. அல்லது they are talking about carbon dioxide absorption systems. They are very expensive. அது catalyst யூஸ் பண்ணி you can actually pull carbon dioxide inside and then break it down into carbon and oxygen. Oxygen will be let out in the air and desiccated carbon will be filtered out. அப்புறம் அதை எப்படி டிஸ்போஸ் பண்ணுறதுன்னு பார்க்கணும். இப்போ அந்த மாதிரி ஆல்சோ தே ஆர் ஒர்க்கிங் ஆன் இட். கார்பன் அப்சார்பர்ஸ் they call sequestration or something they call it. So இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய efforts are happening. Science is trying to delay this. They are also trying to use AI, they are trying to use modern methods. Using all these things, they are trying to control that. But will we survive? Will it happen? That's a question. It's $1 million question. I don't know how long we will survive. And you are all youngsters, you have to live for long. So you have to keep your mother earth very, very, clean, safe, and good for the next generation. Don't actually, over-exploit mother earth. That is the problem. Now to conclude, basically, I have done some research on this, and one of the things I am right now working on is basically the alignment between your 5 elements of nature. you know the 5 elements of nature, illiya? Air, water, earth, fire and space, right? Now air, water, fire and earth and space, these are the 5 elements. The elements should be kept pure. Ana இன்னைக்கு என்ன பண்ணிட்டோம்? Air is completely polluted. Water is completely polluted. Our earth is polluted with plastics, littered with this. So everywhere we have microplastics. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கடல் வரைக்கும் we have polluted, right? And space la பாத்தீங்கன்னா daily you send spaceships, rockets and other things. There's so much of space debris. ஸ்பேஸையும் வந்து பொல்யூட் பண்ணிட்டோம். ஒரு காலத்தில் we could drink any water. இன்றைக்கி வந்து விலைக்கு வாங்கி குடிக்கிறோம். இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நாளில் you will start actually buying air. All of you will be coming to class with the gas cylinder at the back. அப்படி தான், இல்லைன்னா செத்து போயிடுவீங்க. To that extent we are polluting the air, right? So earth is polluted, everything is polluted. இப்போ இது ஒரு சைடு we have to keep it pure. இதை பியூராக வைக்கணும்னா எங்கே பியூரிட்டி வேணும்னா I am looking at body, mind and the soul. You have to be pure. மனுஷனுடைய எல்லாமே வந்து polluted. Your thought is polluted. எங்கே பார்த்தாலும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பொறாமை, கோபம், கொலைவெறி, இதெல்லாம் குறையணும். Man has to become peaceful with himself. So the alignment between body, mind and soul and these 5 elements is what I am trying to research. If that happens, then the world will survive for a very, very long time. And it's a very vast topic. I don't think I can go deeper into this. And I hope you will all deliberate on this and come up with some interesting recommendations which will be useful for the government and the society together. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me, and look forward to a good conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. M.J. Xavier. Your speech was both enlightening and inspiring, urging us to take meaningful action in preserving our environment for future generations. Thank you for your time, wisdom and dedication to this cause. We truly appreciate your valuable contribution to this event. We are now about to go for the proclamation and release of the conference proceedings, a significant milestone in this conference. It is with great joy that we invite Reverend Sister S.S. Nyanasilvam, Managing Trustee DFT Group of Colleges, to proclaim the release of conference proceedings.
Respected Dr. M.J. Xavier, Dr. M. Selvaraj, Dr. M. Anandanarayanan, Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi, the keynote speaker, Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran, the guest, Dr. Santhya, Dr. Baby, Dr. Ruben, the heads of various departments, organizers, scholars, and everyone gathered here. A very good morning to all of you gathered here. Good morning. Very good. A lot of wishes and blessings from Reverend Father Dr. J. Arulraj, the founder and chairman of St. Joseph Arts and Science College, Kovur. Today is an important day. Therefore, with immense joy, I stand before you to inaugurate the International Conference on Global Perspectives on Sustainability, ICGPS 2025, organized by St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science, Kovur. This conference serves as a dynamic platform for scholars, researchers, and experts from across the globe to engage in meaningful discussion on sustainability, a topic of great importance in today's world. As we face major global challenges like climate change, environmental conservation, and sustainable development, it is important to work together, share knowledge, and find new solutions for a better future. We are delighted to share that 236 participants from various countries have contributed research to this conference, highlighting the global significance of sustainability studies. The overwhelming response and quality of submissions reflect the growing commitment of scholars worldwide to address environmental and societal challenges through academic research. A conference of this magnitude is possible only through the collective effort and unwavering support of many individuals like you. I take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to our esteemed principal, the organizing committee, the heads of various departments, faculty members, and all those who have worked tirelessly to bring this conference to life. Your dedication and commitment have been instrumental in making ICGPS 2025 a remarkable success. It is with great pleasure that St. Joseph College Kovur officially announces the publication of the conference papers from the International Conference on Global Perspectives of Sustainability, ICGPS 2025. These proceedings, comprising 236 research papers, have been complied with, published under the ISBN number 9788188595,980, making this an official and recognized volume of scholarly work in the field of sustainability. This publication stands as a testament to the hard work, dedication, and passion of our participants. We extend our deepest gratitude to everyone who has contributed to this endeavor. The insights and research compiled in this volume will serve as a vulnerable research for academicians, policymakers, and industry professionals in the pursuit of sustainable development. On this momentous occasion, I now unveil and release the conference proceedings. Thank you.
This book is not a collection of pages. It is a testament to hard work, dedication, and the power of knowledge. It brings together the wisdom of experts and the latest advancements and ideas that will shape the future. And let us be honest, there is something magical about holding the fresh of the pressed papers in your hands. Dignitaries, please open the proceedings. And it is a golden moment in St. Joseph College of Arts and Science for the International Conference on Global Perspectives and Sustainability.
There it is, now officially out in the world. We hope it serves as a beacon of knowledge, sparking new ideas and research in the years to come. Congratulations once again to the entire team behind the remarkable publications. Let's keep the momentum of this conference and keep the spirit of learning alive. Thank you.
Thank you, dignitaries. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dignitaries, for their contributions. Now it is my greatest pleasure to introduce our chief guest for this conference, Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran, the Deputy of St. Eugene University, Lusaka, Zambia. Dr. Ravichandran's leadership and expertise in this field of higher education have left an indelible mark globally. Dr. K. Priya, IQAC Coordinator, Assistant Professor of Biotech, will now introduce our chief guest formally.
A very good morning to one and all present here. It is an immense honor and privilege to introduce our distinguished international speaker for the International Conference on Global Perspectives on Sustainability, ICGPS 2025, Professor Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran. With over 3 decades of experience in academia, research, and academic leadership, he has made remarkable contributions to higher education and sustainability spanning multiple countries and institutions. Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran currently serves as the Deputy Vice Chancellor at DMI, St. Eugene University, Lusaka, Zambia. In this prestigious role, he oversees academic programs, curriculum development, faculty enhancement, strategic planning, research initiatives, and student affairs, all of which are pivotal in shaping the university's global standing. His expertise and commitment to academic excellence have significantly influenced institutions and students worldwide. Dr. Dominic Ravichandran holds a PhD in chemistry and has postdoctoral experience from internationally recognized institutions. His academic journey has been marked by extensive teaching, innovative curriculum development, and research contributions in chemistry, natural product isolation, and sustainable development. His scholarly endeavors extend to mentoring numerous PhD scholars and publishing in leading international journals, making profound contributions to the field of science and education. Throughout his illustrious career, Dr. Ravichandran has held numerous academic and administrative leadership roles across various institutions. Prior to his current position, he served as a professor in the Department of Chemistry at Valiga University, Ethiopia, where he played a crucial role in launching PhD programs, leading research initiatives, and fostering international collaborations. As a dean and professor at Karpagam College of Engineering, Coimbatore, he was instrumental in implementing the choice-based credit system, introducing foreign languages into the curriculum, and leading innovating educational reforms. His tenure at VIT University, Tamil Nadu, was marked by his contribution to research infrastructure, curriculum enhancement, and academic governance. He has also served as an academic consultant at Tamil Nadu Open University, where he streamlined admissions, research activities, and faculty training programs. Professor Dr. Ravichandran's expertise extends beyond academia into the realm of research and scientific discovery. He has been involved in groundbreaking projects on the isolation and purification of natural products, working with reputed institutions like Pyongyang National University, South Korea, and National Taiwan University, Taiwan. His experience as a researcher and educator has allowed him to integrate sustainability principles into the science education, emphasizing eco-friendly and innovative solutions for global challenges. Apart from his extensive research and academic credentials, Professor Dr. Ravichandran is a prolific author and reviewer for leading scientific journals. His contributions to academic literature and peer-reviewed publications have enriched the fields of chemistry, sustainable research methodologies, and innovative teaching strategies. He has also played a key role in organizing faculty development programs, training educators, and promoting interdisciplinary research. As we gather here today at ICGPS 2025, we are honored to have Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran to share his invaluable insights and expertise on global perspectives on sustainability. His extensive experience in academia, research, and leadership will undoubtedly inspire us all to contribute to a sustainable and knowledge-driven future. Please join in welcoming Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran.
Am I online? Can I just?
Yes, sir. You're online now.
Okay. A very good morning, and let me take this opportunity to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to deliver a short lecture on the international conference. And I also thank Dr. Priya for introducing me with very high words. I'm greatly humbled by the introduction that you have given. Having said that, let me just place the recognition of Reverend Sister S. Gyanachelvam, Managing Trustee, DFT Group of Institutions, Dr. M.J. Xavier, CEO, DFT Group of Institutions, the keynote speaker, Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi from KLE Society of Nanjappa College, Bengaluru, and Reverend Dr. M. Baby, Administrator, St. Joseph's Arts and Science College, and Dr. R. Rubin, Principal, St. Joseph's College, and all the organizers for the great efforts that you have put in to have ICGPS 2025. And let me just start my presentation. Let me just give a brief on the global perspectives on sustainability, which we are discussing and embarking on. When we talk about sustainability, sustainability refers to meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. It focuses on maintaining a balance between economic growth, environmental protection, and social well-being. And these three are well connected and are interlinked, as we see, for the sustainable development. We cannot just neglect one and go for the other one. As I go on, I insist that the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs, which has to be given to them without compromising on anything. We should understand that we enjoy this environment, what we have, what is given to us by our forefathers. And this has to be given to the next generation without any compromise, and it is our responsibility to do that, and that is what is expected. And St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science very thoughtfully is organizing an international conference where they are putting this sustainability in the forefront. When we talk about this sustainability, we have three pillars. The three pillars that we have are environmental, social, and economic. Together, it comes as a sustainability. And we want this to be the core where the sustainability should include all these three components. When we come on to the key aspects of sustainability, we have three sustainabilities as environmental sustainability, social sustainability, and economic sustainability. The environmental sustainability is protecting natural resources, reducing pollution, and promoting renewable energy. Coming on to social sustainability, which is talking about ensuring equity, human right, and access to basic needs like education and healthcare, which are very important because we insist, and in Tamil Nadu, the human rights and the equity is taken as a prime factor. Coming on to the third component, which is economic sustainability, promoting long-term economic growth without harming the environment or society. So these three key aspects of sustainability are to be kept in mind when we are deliberating the conference proceedings. Why is this sustainability very important? Is because it prevents environmental degradation and climate change, which are in the presidential address, Dr. M.J. Xavier has very rightly pointed how the environmental degradation and climate change will affect us and how it should be protected for the safety. And it also ensures long-term economic stability, improves quality of life for future generation, and supports global efforts like UN Sustainability Development Goal, which we will be seeing in the coming slides. The importance of sustainability development is to retain the natural resources for their needs, healthy environment and clean oceans, peaceful and fair thriving society, and also the economic growth and employment. When we talk about global sustainability goal, the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, SDGs, were adopted in 2015 as universal call to action to end poverty, protect the plant, and ensure prosperity for all by 2030. There are 17 SDGs covering a wide range of global challenges, including economic growth, environmental protection, and social inclusion. The SDGs aims to create a sustainable future by addressing issues such as climate action, clean water, sanitation, quality education, and responsible consumption. Governments, business, and individuals play a crucial role in achieving these goals through policies, innovation, and sustainable policies. These are the 17 sustainable goals that we have. 1, no poverty. 2, zero hunger. 3, good health and well-being. 4, quality education. 5, gender equality. 6, clean water and sanitation. 7, affordable and clean energy. 8, decent work and economic growth. 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. 10, reduced inequity. 11, sustainable cities and communities. 12, responsible consumption and production. 13, climate action. And 14 is life below water. 15 is life on water. 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. 17, partnership for the goals. And I hope these sustainable goals will be the prime discussions and deliberations that the conference will take. And we will see some fruitful interactions which will be coming and which will give you some fruitful results. The climate change, as we have seen in the presidential address, and its impact is rising temperature, natural disaster, impact on vulnerable communities. We can see on the slide what was there in the left changes to what is on the right. So this is how the things will get changed when we have the climate change on, it will have the global impact where the food production and other things will get reduced. When we talk about renewable energy and sustainable practice, we can go for solar, wind, hydro, and bioenergy. People are working on it, and there is a global transition to the clean energy, which we will see in the coming years, which will be helping in reducing the climate change and controlling it. Other thing that we have is on biodiversity and conservation efforts, where importance of ecosystem and the case study on conservation projects will give you a clear idea on the biodiversity conservation. Let me take a simple case study to explain how these can be done. When it comes to the Amazon rainforest conservation, you can see how beautiful this rainforest is. The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the earth, is a critical ecosystem which is facing deforestation due to illegal logging, agriculture, and infrastructure expansion. Conservation efforts aim to protect biodiversity, regulate carbon emission, and support indigenous communities. So, this Amazon rainforest, which is a very large one, is giving the oxygen for the continent, that is Southern American continent, and that is one of the reasons why it's called the lungs of the earth. And it also extends beyond, because we don't have a boundary for a particular continent, and it extends beyond to other countries as well. And this was initiated by the Brazilian government, Worldwide Fund, World Bank, and international donors. Coming to the objective, this is to safeguard 60 million hectares, not just a small area, a very big area of 60 million hectares of the Amazon rainforest by creating protected areas and promoting sustainable land use. The key strategies they have adopted are establishment of national parks and reserves, support for local communities to engage sustainable economic activities, and monitoring and enforcement against illegal deforestation and poaching. What was the impact? Over 50 million hectares of land and forest are already protected. And it reduced the deforestation and improved the livelihood of indigenous communities through sustainable practices. It also enhanced carbon sequestration, mitigating climate change. Coming on to the agriculture and food security, the sustainability is by organic farming, reducing food waste, and impact of climate change in food production. When we talk about organic farming and global sustainability, what is organic farming? Is a farming method that avoids synthetic fertilizer and pesticide, focusing on natural processes and biodiversity. And as far as India is concerned, there are pesticides derived from aloe vera, pesticides derived from neem, and these are used as natural pesticides. And when we use these, we are going to stop the harmful effect of the chemicals. How it supports sustainability is the environmental protection, reduces soil degradation, water pollution, and carbon footprints. Coming to the health benefits, it provides chemical-free, nutrient-rich food. Biodiversity conservation will encourage natural ecosystem and pollinator. Climate change mitigation will enhance carbon sequestration in soil. The future of sustainability and trends and innovation. The key trend is, the circular economy moving from take, make and waste, which we follow now, to a model, to a closed loop system where we will not be wasting the resources that we have, and it will be recycled and reused. And renewable energy expansion, increased investment in solar, wind and hydrogen energy. The sustainable agriculture will be innovation like vertical farming, precision agriculture and lab-grown food. And coming on to the green infrastructure and smart cities, integration of eco-friendly designs, urban farming and sustainable transport. And the last one, AI and big data for sustainability, which will be giving you a predictive analytics for resources and resource efficiency and climate monitoring. And these key trends, I hope, will be discussed today and will be taken forward to the practices that we will adopt in the future. And this will be giving us the future of sustainability. And coming on to the role of education and youth involvement, we have the incorporation of sustainability in curricula, which has to be adopted, and schools and universities will be embedding climate literacy. Skill-based training will be preparing youth for green jobs in renewable energy, conservation, and sustainable businesses. Youth as a change maker, where your participation is what is expected. The advocacy and awareness campaign can be adopted, where we can see the youths engaging in climate activism, policy influence, and so on. And coming on to the innovative and the entrepreneurship, the startups focusing on green solutions and sustainable practices can be adopted. And coming to the community initiative, leading tree planting, waste management, and conservation projects can also be used. And with this, let me thank you and wish you all the very best. And I wish the conference great success and the people who deliberate the knowledge to deliberate and bring fruitful results. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Dominic Ravichandran. Your words have shed light on the importance of building a future on economic growth aligned with environmental responsibility. Your emphasis on organic farming has reminded us the need to embrace natural, eco-friendly agricultural practices that promote health, biodiversity, and long-term sustainability. We now move on to the introduction of our keynote speaker, who is an authority in the field of commerce and sustainability. Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi, Associate Professor at the PG Department of Commerce, KLE Society's S. Nijalingappa College, Bengaluru.
Year 2025, Professor Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran.
I invite Mrs. P. Vinita, HOD PG Department of Social Works, to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for today's event, Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi, Associate Professor, PG Department of Commerce, KLE Societies, Nijalingappa College, Bangalore. Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi is a renowned expert in the field of commerce with 14 years of experience. She has worked as Associate Professor, Head PG Department of Commerce at St. Anne's Degree College for Women, Bangalore. She holds PhD in Commerce completed at Bharathiar University. She secured university second rank in MCom at Mother Teresa Women's University. Now let's look into her impressive credentials. She serves as a BOS member in Bishop Heber College, Trichy. She has been a keynote speaker for the topic Historical and Conceptual Background of Startups in a 2-day national workshop on emerging trends in startups organized by Sengamalur Thayar Educational Trust, Women's College, Mannargudi, Tamil Nadu. She is a panel of member in PhD at Tiruvallur University, Tamil Nadu. She has been the resource person for ICSSR sponsored 2 days international conference on achieving sustainable women empowerment through education, employment and entrepreneurship, organized by Tandai Periyar Government Arts and Science College, Trichy. Chaired a paper presentation session in national seminars organized by ICGPS in 2020 and 22 at St. Anne's Degree College for Women. She has guided numerous BBM projects for a period of 6 years and MCOM dissertation since 2018. Our keynote speaker is a renowned academician, author and a researcher. She has served as a student welfare officer for a period of 2 years. She has been college NAC committee member and coordinator for 7th criteria. She has been a research coordinator. And let us look into her major contributions. She has authored and published a book on work-life conflict. She has authored and published 3 different various textbooks as per revised Bangalore University based on NEP syllabus in the title Management Principles and Practice, Business Organization. She has published 12 papers in national, international, UGC approved and e-journals. Today, Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi will share her insights on her topic, providing us with valuable perspective and expertise. We are deeply honored to have Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi with us today and look forward to her address. Please join me in welcoming Dr. K. Venkatalakshmi to the stage. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning to one and all present here. Thanks to Almighty God for making it possible for everyone to gather here for this knowledge sharing session. I would also like to thank Reverend Father Dr. Arul Raj, founder chairman of St. Joseph's College, Reverend Sister Jnana Selvam, managing trustee, Reverend Sister Santiago Mary, correspondent, Dr. Merlin Livingston, Director, Reverend Sister M. Baby, Administrator, and respected Principal Dr. Dr. Rubin, sir. Thank you for providing me this opportunity to be present here for this sharing of thoughts and views about the recent trend of sustainable development goals. I would also like to give a special mention for Dr. K. Priya and Dr. Purchelvan sir, who was continuously coordinating and making it possible for the safe commuting of this college to this college campus. And also a special note to a good academic and professional friend, Dr. Jay Prakash, who has referred me for this today's national conference. So at the outset, we will just look into the concept for today's topic. It's all about sustainability. When we talk about sustainability, we just say it is all about low environmental impact. It's about maintaining the greenery, maintaining the resources for the long run, for the better future. This is what will be running in our minds. And also we have a thought that our ancestors have survived in a sustainable environment which has been pleased with nature. But unfortunately, there is also a statement which states that the world has never been sustainable so far. It might be controversial, but still, I would like to give the judgment for the statement stating that yes, our ancestors were in the planet which was with full support of nature, but still the population was very tiny. So I would like to mention the population was very tiny because more than half of the population, children population, died before puberty. This is what the statement says. I would like to repeat, more than half of children population died before died before puberty. This is the reason for tiny population, which was a root cause for a sustainable environment for our ancestors. But the question is that the real sustainability? I guess the answer would be no from each one of you. Yes? So in such case, there is a need to add one more dimension about the human care. So this is one dimension. The other side, if you see, sustainability is all about future. So our future is only the young generation. So if we question young generation about the climate change, as it was already discussed by all the dignitaries of the DICE, what is their response? An article says that the future generation points out to us, the current generation, and say, you will die of old age and I will die of climate change. This is the statement, this is the attitude of future about the climate change. And moreover, a survey was undertaken with about more than 10,000 of young generation. The report says that nearly 56% of young population say that humanity is doomed. It is unfortunate. I can't imagine what it would be. 75% of population say that they are really frightened about the future. Frightened, they are threatened because of, as already the dignitaries mentioned, about the rise in sea level, global warming, fishless oceans. You would have heard a lot about it. Yes, these are the threatening factors, which was the response which is registered by 75%. And another 30 plus more percentage of young generation have stated that we don't have to have our children because there's not going to be any future. So these are the three different attitudes about the young generation, about the sustainability. So with regard to this dimension also, added to the concept which was explained by the previous dignitaries, I would like to state that sustainability can be defined in two different dimensions. That is, sustainability is all about a good life for present, future, and also the opportunity for the better future. Yes, yeah. So it is depicted on the slide for your reference. So sustainability is all about a good life for everyone today, that is in the current stage, and also inclusive of opportunity for the future generation. So we, as we have gathered here, and huge of pain has been taken by the college management and the organizing team for organizing this conference. So it's with the permission of dignitaries on this stage, I would like to take a small pledge as a thing of this conference. So I request the crowd to just hold your hands next to your heart and just repeat the line which has been depicted in the slide. Let us, shall we all join together? Yes, shall we start? I pledge to make sustainability a priority in my day-to-day life. I hope this makes sense for organizing this conference of sustainability today in St. Joseph's College. Thank you, dignitaries, for that permission. And I hope, as the pledge was taken by the audience, at least to some extent, we will all start contributing towards this sustainability, which will lead for the better development. I hope so. There is a say that at least in a crowd, at least 1 among 100 is information is reached, it will result for the better future. I also hope for the same thing it would have happened in this forum. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, so this is all about the general theme of what is sustainability and how could it also be defined in a different dimension. Now, jumping into the concept for today's topic, it is all about sustainability and HR. So Human Resource Development Department plays a vital role. It supports all kind of process continuously over time in a particular organization for the purpose of including the sustainability and also for the sustainability for the long run in the organization. So in this context, I would like to just give the overview of today's session. We will be discussing a short overview about the HR revolution, the SDGs, which was been already discussed by the chief guest and other person, sir, and the recent HR drifts, the integration of HR trends and the SDGs, sustainable workforce environment, and the pathways to achieve it. So this is the overview of today's quick session. So moving on to the concept of HR, it's the HR revolution. So hope you have already read about this subject in your, my address is towards students who have read about this concept in your papers. So it was initially previously termed as labor management, where the scene was a kind of monopolistic thing where managerial decision was made only by the top level management, and whatever has been told has to be abide by the laborers. It was like termed as labor management in earlier period. But in the period of 1945, there was a small change which has happened, that in the next era, they started to be little bit concerned about the employees in the organization. That's why the term was shifted from labor to personnel management, where in this era, they started giving bit of importance about the employees in an organization. But the today's trend is, it is termed as human resource management, and moreover there are new recent terms which has been introduced day to day as human asset, human capital, human resource development, where it's just the vice versa, where now the employees are the driving force for the organization, where they are very much concerned about their own welfare measures. If the welfare measures is not assured by the organization, there is a lot of opportunity, they'll just be moving from one organization to another. So it's the responsibility of the organization to retain the employees with full of knowledge and skill. So this is the drift or the transition which has happened in the field of human resource. I would like to just highlight on that. So already a discussion has happened about the sustainable development goals. So all the countries under United Nations have promised and marching towards the achievement of 17 sustainable development goals for the better and future. So this slide was also shown by the chief guest. So these are the 17 different goals which is framed by the United Nations. And moving on to the next slide, again we will get back with the concept of human resource. As I already mentioned, human resource development is a one who would be playing a vital role, and it is the responsibility of that to make sure that sustainability is inculcated into the day-to-day practice of any organization. And next, looking into the HR drift. So HR drift is all about how the technology has changed the entire workplace, has reshaped the workplace environment. It is all about how new models of work has been introduced, and how the employees are experiencing a redefined emergence of work. So in line with this, the various drifts are being depicted for your reference. It starts with the AI revolution in HR. So you would have heard a lot about AI. It is actually ruling the HR department also in helping or assisting HR in hiring the employees. So the new next star of an organization, employee star of an organization, is being hired with the help of artificial intelligence. And next is employee well-being. It is all about providing all kinds of welfare measures to the employees of the organization and making them feel happy and satisfied in their workplace, where they just want to continue with the work with a happy mode and not always having or demanding for a tea or coffee break for every 5 minutes. That is a difference, okay? So that is also concerned about the employee well-being. And next is hybrid work model, which you would have already heard, where provision should be given for all the employees to work from wherever they are. It is not required for them to be present in the workplace to do their work. So from anywhere, if the provision is given for them, it would be really helpful. And it's not only about switching the location, but also they have to be provided with the required resources for them to perform the work peacefully. And this will help for the work-life balance of an employee. So if an employee is able to balance equally both work, personal and work life, then it is a kind of win-win situation for employee and the organization as well. And moving on to the next drift of DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is the need of the hour, where every organization promotes fairness in their strategy and goals. They have to ensure fairness in all that they do with the employees. It's a kind of inviting innovation and creativity from all walks of life. And also, it is a kind of experiencing a bank of music in every genre. So it's all about promoting fairness in the organization. And next is about workplace flexibility. It is just the continuation of this hybrid work model where flexible work hours should be allotted for the employees, job sharing concepts, adjustable work hours. All these will be helpful for them to perform their work, and already, as we already discussed, which will promote work-life balance. And all this would be possible when the organization is ready to trust the employees. So the trust is very, very important. So trusting employees would help both the way, and as we discussed, it'll lead to a win-win situation. And next one is ethical responsible AI use. So when we talk about AI, I hope you are already exposed to this AI tools of ChatGPT and all those things. So nowadays in college, if any teacher, any faculty is giving any seminar or assignment, the first thing students go is to they go get in touch with chatting with ChatGPT. Rather than discussing with friends or stepping into the library and referring the books, going and referring the various newspapers, articles, all that is gone. Only friend now is the ChatGPT. Just open, create a chat, ask whatever topic you want, and within fraction of seconds, it will be able to give a 300 words essay. Yes or no? So this is how AI is assisting in all field, no matter it is assisting in HR also, where it helps the HR department of organization for hiring employees, measuring the employees' performance, and so on. So in such case, what is ensured here to assure ethical is there should be a fairness, no bias in taking any kind of AI aid in the organization by the human resource department. So ethical responsible AI is aligning technology with the core values of the organization to promote transparency in the workplace. And finally, it's the sustainability and ESG, that is the environmental social governance, which is now focused top front center in every organization where they want to contribute something good for the planet. So this same concept has to be transferred by the organization through the HR department for all the individual employees in the organization. So as we discussed, it starts with one. Each drop forms an ocean. So we start with one particular individual employee in the organization, it will contribute for the organization as a whole, and if one organization follows, it will contribute for the entire economy as well. So that's how it has been mentioned that each and every organization should inculcate the sustainability goals and social responsibility in the heart and minds of employees through human resource development. And in line with this, I've depicted to you all few reference companies who have already implemented these SDGs in their workflow. So for your reference, Apple has pledged, like how we have taken our pledge today, Apple has already taken the pledge that will make its whole supply chain encompassing sourcing and manufacturing utterly carbon neutral by 2030. And Google has pledged to utilize 100% solar power by 2030. And greenhouse gas emissions to the extent of 50% would be reduced by Walmart. and carbon negativity by Microsoft, and Nestle has taken all kind of measures to implement the sustainable initiatives in their workplace environment, and also zero waste status would be achieved by Patagonia, the sports good firm. So these are the few examples, very well reputed companies who have already stepped forward for the purpose of achieving towards this sustainable goals in line with that UN 17 goals. And so for your reference, we already discussed about the 17 goals which was depicted for your reference, and out of that, these are the 5 major SDGs which can be integrated with the HR drifts. Can you please move on to the previous slide, sir? Yeah. So in this HR drift, if you could note, the numbers is being given next to each of the drift. That is nothing but each drift is integrated with that particular SDG goal. So AI revolution in HR and ethical responsible AI use is being integrated with SDG number 9, which is all about innovation, infrastructure, and Similarly, the goal number 3 says it's all about good health and well-being, which is also connected here with HR drift. And DEI is also integrated with SDG goal number 10 and 5, which states the reduced inequalities and gender equality. So this is for your reference. This is how the HR and the SDGs are being integrated, and every organization is marching towards achieving it. So to achieve this sustainable workforce management, as we already discussed, HR has the huge responsibility where it has to work on these attributes which is being shown. So the attributes are about job sharing, remote work, flexible work schedules, multi-skilling and initiatives, and also all these we have already discussed in the HR drift slide. So what is employee retention scheme is that organization should also focus not only on the employees but also the dependents and the family members of employees as well, which will make them fully satisfied, where they will not be having the thought of quitting the organization. It's an extended way of maintaining the retention of the employees. And also promotion of DI is again repeated here, which is integrated with SDG, and coordination of workforce. It's all about encouraging teamwork among the employees. So these are the attributes where the HR has to concentrate for the entire whole organization as a whole. Sustainable workforce pertaining to one particular employee, if we see, so these are the skills which has to be contributed by the HR towards each and individual employee. So HR have to ensure and promise for the education and training programs, and also it should be continuous learning process, not just once in a while organize a training and just keep quiet. HR have to ensure a continuous learning, and also it has to provide the required mentoring and coaching when there is a need. Every employee is a human being, so there might be a reason for them also to be very low. So if there is a need, that has to be identified, and the HR have to provide the required mentoring for them to help them to come out of it. And also DI is again repeated here, where each and every employee have to feel that my organization promotes fairness. There is no bias. Every employee should have that inner feeling towards the organization. And finally, as we already discussed, they have to be promoted with the collaboration and the teamwork. So all this will result in actually various benefits, but I've just taken 3 major benefits, of which the first one is increased employee retention. Yes, we already discussed, if all these welfare measures is being provided, obviously employee will not have a thought of quitting. So retention rate increases and the attrition rate decreases to the core, which is a major benefit. And moving on to the next benefit, it's all about brand reputation. Some organizations, if you see, they have made use of this SDG as a tool for creating their brand reputation. So I would like to mention 2 different examples here. So you would have heard of this Shakti Masala product. Yes. So we are not going to discuss about the taste and different flavors. We are just going to discuss about the way of they hire the employees. They give much preference for physically challenged people to be employed as their employees. It's a way of actually promoting the reduced inequality goal number 8 if I'm 9 if I'm not wrong. Okay, similarly there is one more company by name of Auticon. It's an international company who who hire employees with autism spectrum as their IT consultants. Actually, they have hired almost all, majority of the employees are autism spectrum adults, has been employed as IT developers, and they are really doing well, and they have been recognized as a best social enterprise also. And the third benefit is all about innovation. So in line with the first benefit, if the employee is satisfied, obviously the sense of belongingness towards the organization would be increased to the core, where they will start thinking what next for the organization. So they will come out with a lot of new creative and innovative ideas for the development of organization. So these are the three major benefits which would result if sustainability is inculcated in line with HR through employees. And I would also like to prove with one example for this concept which has been adopted by Auticon company. So the picture which is depicted here, he is Mr. Stephen Wilshire, who has actually drawn he's an autism person, okay? So he had a 20 minutes drive in a helicopter, and he observed, and the same thing is being drawn by him, which is a huge talent. So such kind of talent is being identified by Auticon company, and they are making use of their skills for the better future, which will promote to the SDG goal number 9. And so finally, we will discuss about the recent trends, HR trends of 2025. So it has been explained with 3 different themes. One is technological transformation as new business reality. Theme 2 is shifting talent dynamics. And theme 3 is tactics for the organization to thrive. So it starts with from AI adoption to AI adaption. It is not just about choose and accept. Also, it should be in the form of change and modify. So we are not in a position to just, yes, this is what is being told, let me accept and go. No, that should not be the situation. We should move on for the adoption of changing and modifying according to the changes in the environment. And moving on to the next, AI in HR. So half of the population is being overhyped, stating that HR is the game changer. It is going to do a lot in the organization and as well. But some other population remains skeptical, stating that AI is just overhyped, but it has to contribute a lot for the tangible result. So these are the 2 different views which has been kept by the population. So these are the 2 different views which has been kept by the population. So here I would like to pause and have a discussion about what is AI all about. So when we discussed the previous slide of HR drift, we saw that students are making use of this ChatGPT, where any input if you give, it will immediately, within a fraction of second, it will deliver a minimum 300 words of essay. But what is that essay all about? If you really think, it's all based on the past. It's all the data which is being fed by n number of developers of the software, that whatever has happened in the past is being recorded, and all those past is being brilliantly covered by the AR, and it is showing you as an 300-word essay. But is it the one which is going to decide about the future? Means definitely not. AI should be used only as an aid, but for the future, human touch is actually required. So this has to be actually known to the to the younger generation especially. we would just discuss about this example of Tesla company, which is coming out with fully automated car. Yes, we agree. It is a fully automated car. It will be just function by itself. Everything, it will go on, take the right, left indicator, everything. But if something goes wrong, it will end up with what? The beep sound. Yes or no? So in such case, what is required? It's all about the human touch. So AI is just an aid, but it will be complete only with the human touch. I would like to stress on this note and further proceed with the third trend of HR, which is tipping point for the skills mismatch. Here the role of HR is to fill the gap between the required skills of the organization and the potentiality of the employees. So other employees are really able to reach with the required skills has to be identified, and if there is any gap, it has to be filled by organizing the training programs. And next is blue collar and new collar jobs boom. It is a resurgence in demand for this new blue collar jobs. It is all about skill oriented jobs. The best example is data analyst, robotics technicians, cloud computing technicians, and so on. So here, this skilled employees cannot be gained out of a degree certificate. It can just be gained with the help of certification course or just undergoing a hands-on training. So to make it more clear to you all, I hope you would have watched this Endiran movie of Rajinikanth. Yes? Okay, so Rajinikanth is a scientist who will create that robo, but the major role would be played by the other person behind, which is Santanam. Without Santanam, Rajinikanth will not be able to fit that robo. Yes, so that Santanam's roles only is being explained here as a skilled workforce, which is a new and blue collar job, booming of jobs. And then next, the golden age of silver worker is all about re-inviting the aged employees back to the organization. So this concept says that 70+ employees are again invited back to the organization just for the purpose of making use of their experience and skills for the better future. This is a recent trend which has been adopted by many of the organizations. And the next one is women equity effect. I would like to mention 42% of employment is being obtained by the women, where there is a need to fulfill that SDG goals of gender equity. And then looming organizational anxiety is nothing but it's the responsibility of the organization and HR to create the organization in such a way from stressful environment to successful environment. And then HR execution is a king would be proved if the HR is able to align their HR strategies in 3 different P's, such as policy, procedure, and the daily practices of the organization. Next, 9th trend is embedded HR professional. So here HR should be given the opportunity in framing the organizational goal. If organizational goal is framed in line with HR strategy, it is a kind of embedded professionalism which helps for the better future. And the anti-fragile worker is nothing but the workers who would be able to make a transition of disruptive environment to the opportunity creation. So such employees are real in need, has to be identified by the HR. And finally, HR has to promise for 4 different basic things, such as fair pay, decent work environment, which is again a goal of SDG, clear roles, and transparency in the work. So these 4 goals will contribute for the fullest of employee engagement. So these are the 11 different HR trends which has been acknowledged in the year 2025. So if we see again, each of this trend can be integrated with the SDG goal as well. So I would like to just mention and make a small note that there is a myth that when we talk about sustainability, everyone has a thought that green HRM is all about sustainability, and green HRM is a synonym of sustainability, but it's just a myth. I would like to make a mention that green HRM is just a part of sustainable HRM. So on this note, I would conclude by giving you the pathways of how to achieve this sustainability in the HRM goals. So there are few pathways which has been explained, of which the first pathway is first pathway is outside in. It is all about creating value for stakeholders, the human beings, both inside and outside. It's nothing but making the employees feel to the fullest of satisfaction, which will contribute for the betterment of organization. And next is, in the world of uncertainty, focus on certainty is a very important pathway. It's all about a relationship between a daughter and a mother. Okay, if you ask an adult girl's mother that what would be your child's future, what would be your girl's future, what is she going to pursue, what is her higher studies, which department she's going to choose, whom she's going to marry, where she's going to settle, for all these questions towards a mother of an adult girl, if you ask, it will be like, I don't know, I'm not very sure. But if you ask the question of, do you really love your daughter, immediately the answer would be yes. This is the certainty which creates a great platform to focus about all that uncertain questions about the daughter in the future. So the same concept has to be applied in the organization as well. So they should start concentrating on certain factors in this uncertain world, which is a major pathway for achievement. And the next one is personalize. So it is the duty of the HR of every organization to create that sense of belongingness among the every employee, that this is my organization. Personally, they should have a connect which helps them to be very sincere and more dedicated, which will contribute towards the development. And next one is navigate paradox. It is from, to, and also. It is always a thought that from me to you, from top level management to low level, from labor to the manager, from social to economical. So no more it is like that. It should be shifted. The paradox has to be navigated from, to, and also. It's you and me. Management and employees, social and economics. So this paradox navigation will really be a great pathway for the achievement of sustainability in any of the organization. And finally also, it's all about analytics and AI. As we already discussed, AI should be only used as an aid for the purpose of achieving the sustainability of the entire organization and creating a better future for the... Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. So these are the trends and the pathways which has been explained for the achievement. I would conclude by saying and giving a note that if any HR, if the HR of any department or HR department of any organization, if they are able to promise the employees and make a drift in the thoughts of the employees that it's not a blue Monday, it's a happy Monday. If that shift is going to happen, then it's a thing that HR is achieved, that employees are satisfied. Every employee should not have a feel, oh, it's Monday, should I go for work? That thought should change to, yes, it's Monday, let me start going for work, and happily they should be performing their work in their workplace. So if any organization is able to achieve this, yes, that organization is marching towards the sustainability. On this note, I would like to thank for the opportunity given, and thank you one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Your deep knowledge, passion and commitment to these crucial topics have truly motivated us. We are grateful for your time, expertise and encouragement in making the sustainable living not just a goal but a way of life.
Our next session will be led by a distinguished technical chairperson, Dr. A.T. Ajijovita, Assistant Professor of Biotech.
Good morning, everyone. It's an immense pleasure to welcome you all to this prestigious international conference on Global Perspectives on Sustainability, ICGPS 2025. Today, we are honored to have a panel of distinguished academicians and researchers as our technical session chairpersons. Their contributions to academia, research, and innovation have significantly shaped their respective fields, making them invaluable to this session. We are privileged to have Dr. Vijay Chakravarti, a distinguished academician and researcher, currently serving as a professor of Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, with expertise in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and computer networks. He has made remarkable contributions to the field of computer science. He has published numerous research papers, authored books, and hold multiple patents in AI and IoT applications. A recipient prestigious awards, he had chaired and presented at various international conferences. Welcome, sir. It is honor to introduce our next session chair, Dr. D. J. Prakash, an accomplished academician with a PhD in commerce, specializing in financial, corporate, and cost accounting with 14 years of teaching experience. He currently serves as a head of the Department of Accounting and Finance at DG Vaishnav College, Chennai. He has organized more international conferences and has published extensively in UGC Catalyst Group 1 journals. A life member of IARA and ERDA, he is actively involved in academic administration and examination committees. Welcome, sir. We are delighted to welcome our next session chair, Dr. E. Brinda, an associate professor of physics at Sri Sai Ram Engineering College, Chennai. She specializes in Raman spectroscopy for cancer diagnosis with expertise in fluorescence and biofluid characterization. She has actively contributed to research through numerous publications and patents and has chaired multiple technical sessions and international conferences. She is an esteemed member of several renowned professional organizations, including World Academy of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Welcome, ma'am. We are honored to introduce our next session chair, Dr. V. Ganesan, Associate Professor at A.M. Jain College, Chennai, with over 30 years of research experience in English literature. His expertise spans post-colonial research, translation studies, and Japanese literature. A prolific academician, he has guided multiple PhD scholars and published extensively in reputed journals. As a sessioned examiner and PhD supervisor, he has played a significant role in literary research and education. Welcome, sir. Not last but least, we extend a warm welcome to Dr. M. Anuji, an accomplished academician and researcher, currently serving as an assistant professor at SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai, with PhD in mathematics from Anna University. She specialized in mathematical modeling, computational techniques, and statistical applications. She has several publications in Scopus and SCI indexed journals and is a life member of Indian Mathematical Society. Welcome, ma'am. We are truly grateful to have such esteemed academicians chairing this technical session. Their insights and expertise will undoubtedly enrich our discussions. Let us extend a warm welcome to our technical session chairpersons. Welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As we come to the close of this inaugural session, it is now time to express our heartfelt gratitude. We are delighted to invite Reverend Sister Dr. M. Baby, the Administrator of St.Joseph's College, Arts and Science, to deliver the inaugural word of thanks.
Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. Thank you expresses extreme gratitude, humility, and understanding, said by Alice Walker. A warm greetings to one and all gathered here. It is my great privilege and honor to extend the vote of thanks on this remarkable occasion of the International Conference on Global Perspectives on Sustainability, ICGPS 2025. First and foremost, we bow in gratitude to the Lord Almighty, whose blessings have guided us throughout this enlightening event. Our heartfelt gratitude goes to our founding chairman, Reverend Father Dr. J. Arulraj, whose vision and dedication have been the guiding force behind the growth and excellence of our institution. A sincere thanks to our managing trustee, Reverend Sister S. Gnanaselvam, for her unwavering support and encouragement in making this event a grand success. Thank you, Sister. We extend our deepened gratitude to Dr. M.J. Xavier, CEO of DFT Group of Institutions, for his valuable insights and his inspiring presidential address, which sets the perfect tone for this conference. Thank you, sir. A special thanks to Reverend Sister Dr. K. Sandhya Humeri, correspondent of DFT Group of Colleges, for her continuous support in academic endeavors. Thank you, Sister. We express our sincere gratitude our Chief Guest, Dr. Y. Dominic Ravichandran, Deputy Vice Chancellor of St. Eugene University, Lusaka, Zambia, for his thought-provoking and inspiring address. A warm note of appreciation to our keynote speaker, Dr. K. Vijayalakshmi, whose expertise and knowledge have enriched us all today. Thank you, ma'am. We are grateful to our technical chair for invaluable contributions and insight in guiding the academic proceedings for this conference. A grateful thanks to our respected Principal Dr. R. Ruben for his leadership and guidance in making this conference a successful and impactful event. Thank you, sir. A big round of appreciation to the organizing committee, whose meticulous planning and efforts ensure the smooth execution of this conference. We extend our gratitude to our heads of the departments, faculties for their support and commitment throughout this event. A special thanks to all the participants for their active participation and enthusiasm, which brought energy and vibrancy to this conference. Our sincere appreciation to the technical team whose expertise ensure the seamless execution of the event. A big thank you to the photography team. Last but not least, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to our non-teaching staff whose behind the scenes effort played a crucial role in making this event a resounding success. As we conclude, let us carry forward the knowledge, ideas, and inspiration gained here and continue striving for the sustainable and brighter future. Thank you all once again. Stay blessed.
Thank you, sister. We humbly request the technical chairs for the group photo session, please. We humbly request all the technical chairs for the group photo session. Thank you, dignitaries and the technical chairs.
We are now concluding the session. Please everyone kindly stand up as the dignitaries are leaving the hall. Yes. After this, the participants can kindly break for tea. And then after